idea behind the Kenpo Brotherhood is to unite a lot of the fragments of the Kenpoists throughout the country.
In Kenpo, it's such an intricate art. Everyone has a million different ways of doing things.
It's brought back a love for getting out there again and sharing Kenpo with people.
Here we are the 5th year, and we have people flying in to see us. I can't even begin to tell you how much of an honor that is.
Step outside of your comfort zone, meet new people, meet new instructors, make friendships that'll last a lifetime.
We're doing a lot of seminars every year, and no two seminars are the same, and that's by design. We like to give you a variety.
Our events are always open to everyone that is interested and have an open mind about learning martial arts.
That way, double back now.
They were very open to people who are not of American Kenpo, which is a very rare thing these days.
We found the Brotherhood to be just like a big family for her. Also very nice to know that she'll be able to protect herself if she ever needs to.
Doesn't matter your association, your instructor, even other styles that are interested in maybe coming in and taking a look at Kenpo. A place that people can come and share ideas and train together.
We're all here to learn and feed off one another. It's a great group of people. They actually have a passion for the arts.
Bam, you got it. Working.
The camaraderie, the brotherhood, the spirit of the art is alive and well here.
You'll be able to attempt to change what you do, as opposed to just doing it the same way that you've been training for years and years and years.
You're not staying stagnant, it's ever learning, ever evolving. You know, the seminars are very different than they were 2 years ago because their knowledge is growing, our knowledge is growing, and that's just what makes it great all the way around.
We're blocking and striking at the same time, and then we're shooting over top.
Hit, and then you want to drive that in there. We hit, and we hit. Oh.
If you want a little more information on how to become a member of the Brotherhood, you can go to our website, brotherhoodkenpo.com.
They make you feel welcome, you're a part of the family. Definitely it's going to be part of my life from now on.
What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another session of Coffee and Martial Arts. Salud, salud, salud. Cheers. Oh, yes, I needed that. Okay, so that was a nice intro, huh? I just had it made. Good. Yes. Good production. Thank you guys for making this video available for us. Well, today we have a great guest, okay? But before we go to there, let me just share that we are going live through our Facebook page, Master Frank Soto Kinetic Dragon, okay? Please get in the page and give it a like or follow us. That really helps. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps us to promote more of this, okay? And thank you, everybody, for your support, by the way. We're also going live on YouTube on the Kinetic Dragon channel, okay? Just go look for the Kinetic Dragon channel. There are a lot of videos there, and we're also doing our lives twice a week, okay? Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have different guests from different arts, amazing martial artists sharing their stories and, their insights and everything about the art, okay? And we're also going live through the International Hall of Fame with a Z because it's from Argentina. Yes, that's on Facebook page. And they have, there are the only ones down there that still have a printed version of the okay? It's right there. Revista Internacional Hall of Fame Argentina. They go out every month. That's the April's issue, okay? And also, it will be nice if you can support them, support the team. Okay, they have an amazing team of martial artists, which I am a collaborator. So thank you, Master Juan Martin Alvarez, for an amazing job. Okay, and we're also having, we already have some comments here, but first, before we continue, let's welcome an amazing Kenpoist. Okay, this is a man who's been in the art for 36 years. Okay, he's been active in Kenpo, learning, teaching, traveling, promoting, and doing a lot for the not just for Kenpo, but for the community. Okay, he's a very active individual. Okay, and he's a part of, we can say, the new generation. I know that some of you are going to get upset at me. I mean it in a very, very good way. These are people that have devoted their lives into mastering the art and also into teaching and promoting, okay? And there is a new generation that is coming up and who is taking the banner, okay, so to speak, and taking that responsibility, and he's definitely one of them. And Mr. Dan Meck, in partnership with Mr. Sibora Chan, they created the International Brotherhood of Kenpo Karate 9 years ago, and they have been doing an amazing job promoting the art internationally, okay? So today we have Maestro Dan Meck. Hello, sir.
Wow, that was really something. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, no.
I don't live up to that. Jeez.
No, thank you. And I meant every word, sir. Thank you for being here. Thank you for accepting the invitation. Thank you for lending me the video for the intro of the show. That's a nice video, by the way.
Yeah, how cool is that, huh?
Oh, they did. The producer did an amazing job, and you guys look amazing, all of you. So we already have people saying hello here.
I just did it on iTunes, you know.
You did it. You just did it on iTunes.
No.
Right. That would be something, wouldn't it? Right. Okay, we have people saying hello here. Angelo Collado. Hola, mis hermanos. Saludos. Salud, maestro.
What do kids do? They do one of these. My man, right? I've done that before. I love Angelo.
Nice. Carlos Villarroel, buenas tardes, Big Master. Muchos saludos from Brazil, Manaus. Éxito, success. Thank you. Dan Dunfro, what's up, Dan Meck?
That's my man right there. Did you see the picture Sabora put up yesterday of all of us back in the late 90s? Dan Donfro and Sabora, we all like a bunch of kids. Yeah, that's my brother Dan right there.
Wow. Did you send me one of those?
No, Sabora, it just popped up yesterday. So
oh, okay.
I hadn't seen it in, I don't know, 25 years, whatever.
Nice, nice. Chris Lilliland says, a big brotherhood. Hello from Denmark to the both of you.
Chris Havas, I will tell you this about Chris Havas. Chris Havas is a 98% perfect human being. He's almost perfect, but he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Other than that, he's an amazing guy.
Mary Hallett says hello from upstate New York. Hello.
What's up, Mary?
Bob Poole says, my main man, Don.
Hey, it wouldn't be fitting on the show if Philly didn't show up and represent. Bob was one of my hometown boys.
Nice, nice. Jonathan Brightman. Hey, Meck, looking good, man.
Feeling good, Brightman. Congratulations on your promotion.
Nice, nice. Mr. Mark Lawler. Hey, Dan.
You know, the very first time I ever received the trophy, first time, I was a purple belt, 1986. I took second place in sparring, and the judge that handed me the trophy was Mark Lawler. There's some history for you.
Wow. That was like what? How old you said you were?
1986. I was a purple belt. Mark Lawler was one of the 3 judges.
Wow. Wow. Something around this time?
Oh, yeah, that day. Yes. There's another picture I didn't give you, and all you can see is Mark Lawler's wrist. But you know, Lawler, he's handing me my very first trophy ever. Yeah, that was that day. That kid was my ride to the tournament. Go figure. I punched him in the mouth, beat him, and then lost to another kid from our school in the finals.
Nice, nice. Okay, Mr. Frank Bigoriux. Hi, Frank. Bless hug, brother. Bless you. Big hug to you as well. Great guy. A big hug to Dan as well. Thank you, Maestro.
I miss you, Francisco. I hope your family, your lovely wife and daughter are doing spectacular, man.
Nice. Take care, my friend. Well, okay, so every time we have a new guest on the show, but you've been here before, I should say. Thank you for the other day, by the way. I always ask if you could share briefly a little bit about your background in the arts, how you started, just a little bit of history and how you started and how you got up to today, please.
All right, so, well, it all started back in June of 1985. My father threw me into karate. I was the worst kid in my 4th grade class. I was the worst kid. I had the desk next to the teacher, right? Like everyone else was sitting in the classroom. Mine was attached to her desk. My parents got called in for like special parent-teacher conferences when no other kids' parents were being called in. I was the worst kid in 4th grade, and I was a wimp. I was a kid out in a neighborhood where kids would be like picking on me, and I'd be like, "Stop!" I was like that kid. So my dad grabbed me, threw me in karate, and the good thing is that it was down to 2 choices. There was a Taekwondo school where they were doing flying side kicks into the old like antifreeze bottles, and the kids were flying side kick them, and I'm like, this is Taekwondo is for this guy. I wanted to go there, and my dad took me to a Kenpo school, and the only reason with me to Kenpo school is because he was in the suburbs, and he wanted me to get out of the city. I was a West Philly kid. I thought it was a great neighborhood. I grew up and I started telling people about stuff that happened when I grew up. They're like, man, you were in a rough neighborhood. But anyway, so he put me in karate. And I went from the worst kid in class until in high school. I ended up, you can see shortly after that, I punched that kid in the mouth in that tournament. So they turned me around pretty quick, and then I graduated high school, honor roll, had a full scholarship to college. I had good grades. The discipline that I learned in Kenpo really helped turn me around as a student in high school. And then I flunked out of college and became a karate teacher. And here I've been ever since, man. Ever since I did. I flunked. I didn't flunk out of college. I took a semester off, and the owner of the studio where I came up, a guy named Joe Bridenstine, he said to me, he goes, "You think you're gonna sit around all day long?" This is what karate teachers were back then. You're not sitting around all day long. You get your butt in here on March 1st at noon, and you're running the school. And then I proceeded to run his school for like 6 years. I ran his school, and through that, I had a lot of opportunities. WKK, it's a pretty good gig when you're a karate teacher and you like to travel and learn. The owner of the studio pays for you to train, so I got a whole lot of Kenpo on that guy's dime, which was awesome, because he used to set me up in these beautiful uniforms. Yeah, there we go. There's me and Ed Parker and Joe Bridenstine in 1989 when I met Ed Parker. I remember Ed Parker said to me, he goes, "Dan, it's very nice to meet you," and I went, "Yeah, that was That was it. Yeah, I'll tell you, if I may, I'll tell you a funny story about that one. So here I am, right? I laugh about this now. It's the only time I met Ed Parker, and the fact that I only met him once. Yeah, there we are. That's our crew. That's our crew right there. So, hey, funny little story. If you look at that picture, the kid with the green belt in the bottom right-hand corner,
Right.
that's Kat Dennings' older brother. So Kat Dennings from Marvel, she's on like Marvel shows and all that kind of Two Broke Girls. She might have been at that seminar right there running around as a little kid because I knew her as Katie. She was one of my students and I used to train with her brother. So
Wow.
we got a little famous tie-in there. But yeah, Kat Dennings. If you ever meet Kat Dennings, tell her you met her karate teacher, Dan, and she'll be like, oh, yeah, I remember Dan. It's the most famous person I ever met. I actually said to her when she first started acting, I was like, Katie, I need you to give me an autographed headshot so that when you're famous, I can tell people I knew you when. And she was like, she smiled like, oh, that's so nice. And I didn't believe a word I was saying. I didn't think this girl was going to be famous. I'm not know anybody that's going to be famous. And then she turned out to be. So all I have is a story, you know. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, I'll leave that story. I'll leave the interesting Ed Parker story out for the Marvel girl. Maybe we'll revisit that. But anyway, so then, I started running karate studios, and then I started opening karate studios. And I was really interested in doing seminars. So I would sit in seminars and I listened to the teachers teach and what they would say. And I would be watching and I'd be learning, you know. But I would also be like, man, if I were in that position, I would say this. If I were in that position, I'd say that. Yeah, it's me and Larry Tatum. That's, I don't know, late 90s. I heard Larry Tatum. Larry Tatum was from a far-off land in California. You know, California was a far-off land, and Frank Trejo would come around, and I'd gotten to know Frank Trejo pretty well, which was like the greatest relation. Yeah. I can't talk too much about him. I'll still cry. But the Larry Tatum, you know, he was from a far-off land, and nobody in my... Oh, yeah, there we go. That's my favorite picture right there. That's my favorite picture of me and him. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah, look it up. Back when I had muscles. You know, but I don't even know what I was talking about. What were we talking about?
That.
Oh, yeah. So Larry Tatum showed up outside, about 40 minutes outside of Philly. And nobody, I don't even know how I heard about it, but it was before the internet, right? You know, the internet was in its infancy, you know, so there was nothing really going on there. And I went out there, and I was the first of all my friends to meet Larry Tatum at the time. It was super duper cool, you know, and learned a lot from that dude over the years, you know.
Nice.
But anyway, I guess I'll go. Yeah. So then, mid-90s, did the demo team there, struck up a friendship. I always liked teaching seminars, so I started promoting myself to teach seminars. And then Sabora came to me one day and said, hey, why don't we start an organization? And that's like where the dramatic music plays. Like, why don't we start an organization? Dun, dun, right? Because organizations had like a real bad stigma, you know, real bad stigma. A lot of people, I got kicked out of an organization. Everybody, there's a brother. That's what we are today. You know, we had a lot of different incarnations, but that's where we are today. You know, that's not the whole crew, but that's a good part of the crew, you know. But Sabora wanted to do it. He's like, let's do an organization. And I was like, why don't we just do seminars and maybe we'll just call it something. And he came up with the name Brotherhood. You know, he's a creative guy, so he came up with the name Brotherhood. So we just did it. We threw a seminar. Actually, I'll tell you a story. The first seminar, I decided to do my Larry Tatum impression, right? Because Larry Tatum, he always does a seminar. When he's done his seminar, he sits down and people ask him questions, right? And everyone's like, Mr. Tatum, you know, asking me questions. And he was like, well, I'll tell you, you know, and he tells them the story, you know. And so I decided, well, you know, I told Larry Tatum, I was like, we're starting this thing called the Brotherhood, and I'm using you as our model. That's what I told Larry Tatum. You know, and he said, I know what's going to happen to you guys. You're going to have a lot of egos and you're going to blow up. But whatever, I get it. We'd all seen that happen a million times before. So it made complete sense. But that's kind of what motivated us to make sure we had a good crew to stick together. Nice. But anyway, we're sitting there at the end of the seminar, and I'm going to do a question and answer session like Larry Tatum, because that's the model that I wanted to follow. And we were like, all right, everybody, do you have any questions? And everyone was like, no, we're good. So we didn't do a question and answer session, and since then it's gotten pretty successful. And that brings us to today. How was that? Was that okay?
Nice, nice. We got some comments here. Some people saying hello. Let's see. Ronald Briones says he is the Hulk of Kenpo.
Don't make me mad. I'm going to turn green with one red stripe and then two little red stripes on top of it.
Nice, nice. James Leonard, evening from Ireland, gents. Hey.
What's happening, James? Ireland, there's a destination I want to get to. I want to come out and meet everybody in Ireland. I've never done Kenpo in Ireland before, but I hear a lot about you guys. You guys are supposed to be awesome. I want to see it for myself.
They're good, man. And it's a beautiful place. You should go there. Definitely. Let's see.
If anything like the guys in England, they're going to be awesome.
There you go. Here's one. Merv Orman. Hi, Dan. Great to see you.
England. Who pops up? Merv from England.
There you go. Nice, nice.
Merv. I hope you're recovering well, buddy. I hope you're recovering well.
Yes, yes. Get better, sir. Let's see. Tony Capone. Sorry I'm late.
That's no good, Tony. That'll be 15 push-ups.
Oh, nice. Nice. Hello, sir. Oh, man. Okay. Creature says hi. Hey, hi, Dan. It's Laura Eckert.
Oh. Hey, Laura, stop messing with me with that Creature stuff. I was like, what am I going to do with Creature? But instead, it's Laura. Awesome, awesome. Good friend of mine. She's a nurse. Much respect. Laura is an awesome person. Unless she hits you, then she's no fun. She's no fun when she hits.
Nice. I like that. Maestro Juan Martin Alvarez. Hello, Maestro. Salutes from Argentina.
Salute, my man. Salute. Thanks for checking it out.
Okay. Kenpo Karate Lanzarote. Greetings, Mr. Dan Meck. I really like how you present the seminars. Nice.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's awfully kind of you. Yeah, man, I've seen you on there. I've seen you on there. It's good to see you again, friend. Thank you very much.
Nice. Let's see. Michael the Haas, salute from CT. Shh, I'm working from home right now, multitasking. Nice.
All right, so I'm gonna talk in code for a second. Okay, there's a story that I get asked to tell a lot. It's about Frank Trejo. It's the sandwich story. Excuse me, I retired it. I'm not telling the sandwich story ever again, but it's a hit. Everybody loved it. It's really funny. Trejo was awesome in it. That was at Michael Duss's camp back in 1996. Good to see you, Mike.
Nice, nice. Tony says, get right on it. Dan is high energy and funny.
Well, thank you very much, Tony.
Okay, so let's see. You sent some nice pictures, so let's start exploring them. Okay, I'm looking for some oldies. Let's see. What can you say about this?
Oh, here, I can tell you a good story about this. So I'll tell you a good story about this one. You'll like this. All right, so that's the first seminar I ever hosted Frank Trejo. The first seminar, the very first time. That was 1990. Well, I was running a school, so let's say it was probably 1994, right? And now I'd gotten to know Frank Trejo for a few years. We met Frank Trejo a few years earlier, and really we struck up a friendship, you know. And to give you the roots of it, if you pull that picture up one more time, if you could just pull that picture up. So special to me about that is that's the first time I ever hosted a seminar with Frank Trejo. That's me on one side. That's Brian Saul on the left side. Okay, down in the right-hand corner is Kenny McFadden. That's my first black belt ever. And then the green belt next to the yellow belt is my wife. She wasn't my wife then. That's back when I was hitting on her. But anyway, so Frank Trejo, I'll tell you about this. Frank Trejo comes to town, and he's doing a bunch of seminars, and he came in on somebody else's dime. Another guy in the area came in on somebody else's dime, right? And word got back to me that Trejo's fee was $500, but the guy who brought him in was saying you can have him for $700. Right, so my original instructor, he and this guy didn't get along very well, and I'll be honest with you, the other guy in this story is a great guy, friend of mine. But anyway, he said, no, screw you. I know Trejo's fee is $500, not $700. I'm not going to do it. Right? But then Trejo used to stay at this guy Dennis Kelly's house. Dennis Kelly is an awesome guy. Trejo loved Dennis Kelly, and Dennis Kelly was like the Kenpo house, like literally a Who's Kenpo was always at Dennis's house. Like so many people I met at Dennis, Dave Hebler, Bill Wallace, hung out with Huck over there, Frank Trejo. I mean, like everybody went to Dennis's house. So I'm at Dennis Kelly's house, and Trejo's like, hey, why aren't we coming to your school? And I said, well, there was some stuff with this going here, and this guy said that, and whatever. And Trejo goes, well, what are you doing tomorrow night? And I'm like, well, it's Friday night, man. Friday night, we get together, we train, we put the gloves on, and we just fight the whole time. That's what we do on Friday nights. And he goes, well, can I come teach you guys? I was like, yeah, let me call you tomorrow, Frank Trejo. No, you kidding me? I was like, yeah, man, that'd be awesome. The very first seminar I host is Frank Trejo. Are you kidding me? So Frank Trejo came down. It's actually Dennis Kelly that took that picture. And we rocked it. And that was, I don't know, 25 years? Was it right? 25 from there till the day Mr. Trejo passed away. And we spent a lot of time together. So, yeah, that picture is very special to me.
Now, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Okay. You okay?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm good. I'm chilling. Can you see me?
Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to ask, who was the instructor that gave you the foundation in Kenpo? That brought you up?
So the guy's name is Joe Bridenstine. He's not active anymore. And, he was a Kenpo guy he was a Dennis Knackard lineage guy.
Okay.
And then from there, he switched over to Joe Palonzo. And I can remember the day he came home in 1988, and he goes, yeah, I got promoted today. And I was like, you got promoted? And he goes, he had a 5th degree black belt. Now around here in Philly, he had just gotten promoted like a couple months earlier. I was like, so you got a 5th degree, and then you got another 5th degree. What I didn't understand is that Ed Parker had come to town, and Joe, my original instructor, Joe, went down to Joe Palonzo, and he tested in front of Ed Parker and Joe Palonzo for 5th. So he would bring Ed Parker into town. He'd bring Ed Parker down, and part of the rotation, a lot of different people would bring Ed Parker into town back then. He claims, I don't know if this is true, but he claims that he hosted the very first Joe Palonzo seminar. I remember going to that. Joe Palonzo did repeating mace, taught us repeating mace back in 1988, and I proceeded to forget it immediately, learning repeating mace again from Joe Palonzo around 1992. And he's like, you ever learned this technique before? I'm like, no. And then I'm watching Joe Palonzo do it, and I was like, oh, I did. I learned it from him. Completely forgot it. But yeah, so that dude, he what can I say about him? I haven't spoken to the man in over 20 years. It's one of those deals. Everybody's got that story. But what happened was he provided me a home for excellent exposure to excellent instructors. So another gentleman by the name of Sam Babikian, who ran the school. That guy really gave me a lot of foundation because he used to bother Ed Parker That was his reputation. Like Dennis Toaston tells me stories where he'd be like, and I had to say to Sam, leave Ed Parker alone because he was bugging with too many questions. But on my end, I was the benefit of those answers when he would get them. So this guy, Sam Babikian, really brought me up in Kenpo as a kid. And then, again, falling out. But I ended up having exposure to Frank Trejo and Planus and Trejo or Tatum and Speakman and I don't know, a bunch of guys back then. I got paid to fly to Vegas in '98 and go to Speakman's camp in '98. That was pretty
nice,
cool, So, well, all right. So I shouldn't tell this story. Wait. All right, I'm gonna try to tell this story. All right, I'm gonna leave some names out.
Okay.
It's not gonna be hard to figure out. Let's just say that this is part of the reason why organizations have a negative stigma, because back then, like I was a proud member of the organization I was in, and I got paid to go to Jeff Speakman's camp and be a fly on the wall and see what was happening out in Vegas. And at that point, that was the closest to California I'd ever been. So I'm like, yeah, I'm in, right? And then the guy who ran my school, he paid for my wife to come with me. She was my fiance at the time. So we had a weekend in Vegas. I didn't know much about Vegas, but I went out there and it was really cool. I got to meet a lot of cool people, Anyway, so I got paid to learn Kenpo is what I'm telling you, which was really, really cool. A lot of exposure to that, and then that carried on into what we do today. A lot of time with Frank Trejo.
That was '98, you said, right? When you went to the Speakman camp?
Yeah, '98. I was at Speakman's camp. Benny the Jet was there. He said, I believe that no pain, no gain, but welcome to the house of pain. And I was actually training for a kickboxing match that was coming up like 6 months later out in Ohio State University. So I'm like, well, I got to learn from this dude, Benny the Jet. And I was in pretty good shape. And it was a seminar in Vegas, and he beat the crap out of us. The next day, my abs were more sore than my abs had ever been. And that was when I used to lift weights and stuff like that. Man, he destroyed us. Benny the Jet. So I went back. And whoever I was working with, we're doing shin kicks, right? We're doing shin kicks in the Stardust Hotel in Vegas. Benny the Jet's teaching Jeff Speakman's camp, so you can imagine it's gigantic, right? And I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm wearing my association patch. I'm ready to rock and roll, and I'm shin kicking this dude in the leg, and it is killing my shins. And I don't want to say anything because I'm not a wimp, right? So I'm just kicking this dude. Finally, I got to say something. I'm like, dude, what's up with your leg? And he goes, oh, it's a fake leg. It's a true story. Hey, if you had a fake leg and you were at Jeff Speakman's camp in 1998, hey, man, it's good to see you again.
Nice. Okay, Michael Miller says, Dan Meck, one of my big brothers in Kenpo. I love him almost as much as Jack Daniels. Nice.
All right, so this is a message from Michael Miller and Michael Miller only, and I'm not going to reveal what this is, but I'll say LMB. That's for Michael Miller and Michael Miller only.
Okay, nice.
Trust me, he's laughing right now.
I bet. Kim Dahl says, just wanted to say hello from Denmark, Copenhagen. The Brotherhood is a great idea, and I would like to thank the Brotherhood for my 5 minutes on the round table. Stay safe, Dan. Nice.
All right, so all right, so this is a perfect opportunity for me to say this. Kim Dahl, great guy, first of all, and Kim Dahl and I, because of the pandemic and the roundtable and all that stuff, we've developed a friendship. He and I have talked a few times. But I want to say one thing on the background to Kim Dahl. And look, keep sending me messages. So we do the roundtable right now. I can see, Frank, you're doing this thing. You're doing the whole thing by yourself. You're hitting buttons. You're doing stuff. I'm talking, and you're thinking about what's coming up next, right? So now that's what I'm doing on the roundtable, right? I turn my camera off. I mute. I got like one awesome thing is I tell people, look, if you join now, I can get you on our members only page by the end of the show, and people join. So I'm like trying to get them on our members only page and stuff like that. I'm fumbling, and then Kim Dahl will send me a message, right? And this is what it'll say. It'll say, "Oh, I do that in a left neutral bow." And I wasn't watching what was on there because somebody's saying, "Hey, Mr. Dan, can you do this? Can you do that?" I'm trying to figure out buttons, and I got to look at, and I got to turn it back on and try and figure out what's he talking. Oh, left neutral bow, right, Kim, and then I get back to him. So, yeah, no, Kim's the dude.
Nice, nice. Yes, I understand what you're saying perfectly. Okay.
I know you do.
Let's see. Tony says almost.
And second message there.
No, I don't know. Oh, yeah, probably. Angela says, no, you didn't.
Angela knows about my secret message to Michael. It's a secret message. Yeah. We got to keep moving on from there. I don't want it to grow, Angelo. But yes, I did. I went there.
Yep. Jose Miguel Morales. Greetings to Daniel. Met him when he visited Chile some years ago. Saludos, maestro.
My man. Salute. Great guy. Great guy. Great man.
Yes.
He's a military man in his home country in
Yep.
Chile. And we got to hang out for a few days down in Viña del Mar back in 2015. Awesome guy. Good to see you, pal.
Great. Saludos, Jose Miguel. Saludos, maestro. Ernesto Kohlbrenner. Saludos from Santa Fe, Argentina.
Thanks for checking it out, my man. I appreciate it.
Okay, Guido says...
Saludos de los Estados Unidos.
Guido Polidori says, saludos from Chile, respected friends. Saludos, mi estimado, un abrazo.
So that same weekend that I met
Jose Miguel.
Guido and I were rooming a house, and Guido and I were sharing a house with a couple other guys. Yeah, Guido's a good man. Good to see you, Guido. Saludos.
Yeah. So we have a message here that I'm not sure. I'm going to share it. Okay. Tony says, there you go.
Come on, baby, light my bomb. I don't approve there's no good for addicts. That's not what it is.
No, well, I guess it was a good guess. So, nice. So you've been traveling a lot, right?
Yeah. Trust me, it was a pretty good guess. What's that?
You've been traveling a lot within the Kenpo community to events and stuff like that. Would you like to share some of your travels that you've been doing? Some stories?
Yeah. I tell you what, I actually have a pretty cool story I could share with you if you'd like. It's about the first time I went to the Philippines.
Okay.
So here we go. This is a good one. This is a good one. So I'm training in Pakiti Terzakali, Grant Tuhan, Leo Gahe, and Tim Wade. And my buddy invites me to go to, that's the second time I was in Philippines, but yeah, that was in the Philippines as well. There's a picture of me staying with some military people. If you see that, that's the story right there. I sent you that. Yeah, right there. So this is how it ended up. Let me tell you how we got to that picture. All right. So my buddy says, let's go to the Philippines and train. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm reading like the warnings. This is 2008. So this is still kind of close enough to 9/11 that you're a little concerned about stuff. Right. And the travel warning for the United States, don't go to the Philippines. Right. And I don't really trust the guy I'm going with. And I'm a father of 2 young kids, but I got to go because you got to check it out, right? You got to check it out. Why not? You're the only one. So I gave my older son, who would remember, a hug. I said, Sam, when Dad's gone, you're the man of the family, and he was 5. And then my other Michael, he was 2, and I hugged Michael and I cried like a baby because I knew he wasn't going to remember. I wasn't going to look weak in front of him, but I knew he would remember this. I thought I was leaving my kids forever, so I cried like a baby, right? So anyway, so we fly to the Philippines, right? We fly to the Philippines, and I figure when I land, I'm going to have a break or something like that. So me and him top off a whole bottle of Jim Beam on the way. I was back when I used to be really good at drinking. I did say I'm a Trejo guy. Makes sense. But anyway, so we land. We're greeted by Grand Tuhan Leo Gahe and an armed guard. No lie, armed guy. So we get an armed escort to the car. We get back to the hotel room. We got to put on our stuff, which is camo pants and a black shirt. Right? We go down and meet all the other guys, and all the other guys have camo pants and black shirt. Right? Now, I'm like still kind of drunk, haven't slept, came off the plane. Yeah. The guy front row, second one, the white guy in the very front, that's the guy I went with. So anyway, so him and I, we're all lit up, right? We get some breakfast in the Philippines, and then we get in a car, and we drive through not 1, but 2 armed stops on the road. So, we come up and there's guys with, guns and they have these, they look like dentist mirrors, but they're gigantic and for looking bombs under cars, right? So they're checking all this kind of stuff out, every single car. We get up and they wave us through. Hey guys, go right ahead. So we get waved through once. Now, I think it's cool that works, but now I'm really scared, but I got to look tough. So I'm just kind of sitting there look as tough as you can, right? We go second armed, same thing. They just wave us through. Then they open up this big, gigantic door, and now I'm on the Philippine National Police Special Action Force training facility.
Nice.
No joke. These are the guys that got Ramzi Youssef back in 1996. They got the guy that bombed the World Trade Center in 93. The Philippine National Police Special Action Force are the ones who got him in the Philippines, and I'm on their base. So now there's guns firing, M4A1, boom, firing off. They had a row of the toughest looking chickens I've ever seen in my life, which I don't know if you know, but in the Philippines, cockfighting's on TV, and I wasn't about to fight any of those chickens. They were some mean looking chickens, right? Then they walk us into this jail cell. Hey, check this out. So I'm like an idiot. I walk right into the cell. I'm like, oh, look at this. And they're like, oh, former Filipino presidents have been in here before. And I'm like, and so am I. Boxes of guns, right, everywhere. So now we're sitting down, and all the cadets show up, right, and they all got their guns. All I have is my wave blade. If you know what a wave blade is, it has a little hook on it, so when you pull it out of your pocket, the blade's open, right? So I have a blade and a ton of bug spray because I'm afraid of the Filipino bugs because I'm scared to death, but I'm playing it cool, right? All the cadets walk in, they drop their guns, they sit down, right? I'm looking around at everybody, right? And I look at this one guy, right? And I am staring at him because it's all I got. And I look away. And then I don't look back because if I look back at him, I know now we have a relationship and this dude has guns. So do what we do to get out of it and move on, right? So then Leo Gahe gets up there and he starts talking about the Filipino spirit, when the Spanish tried to conquer the Filipinos, we fought. And they were like, yeah, right? I'm getting into it, right? And he's like, when the Japanese tried to conquer the Philippines, we beat them too. I remember how he said it. You get the idea. And I'm like, now I'm with him. I'm like, yeah. And then I swear to my children, he goes like this. When the Americans tried to conquer, I since looked up the history. After they pushed the Japanese out, the Americans were like, all right, Philippines, you're ours now. And the Filipinos were like, get out, right? So anyway, they're like, when the Americans tried to conquer the Filipinos, we got rid of them too. And now I'm back to completely uncomfortable, right? Because they're cheering death to America or whatever, And I mean, they're not really cheering that, but that's what I'm hearing in my mind.
Right.
They're just cheering, yay, Philippines. But I'm a little uncomfortable. Then they split us up into groups, and I got to train these guys. Which I will tell you, I didn't tell them then, right? But I definitely was training them Kenpo, because I'm a Kenpo guy. Why not? I'm a Kenpo guy first. I did a lot of Filipino martial arts, but I'm a Kenpo guy. So I got to train these cadets in the Philippines. And they were awesome. They were awesome. They were just dumb 22-year-old kids. I was a dumb 22-year-old kid once. They're just dumb 22-year-old kids. Yeah, that's the crew that I got. That's the crew that I got to train. There's one kid in particular in there was super duper cool. The cleaning up, but the hat on, that's a female. She was tough as can be. But I got to train with those guys, right? And then they all got called away. We were supposed to train all day. They got called away halfway because there was a big giant riot in the town of Makati where we were staying, and they had to go do riot control. So instead, we trained with Ramel, who was Leo Gahe's nephew. We trained with Ramel, and I remember them telling me about how the Philippine National Police got contract to train the Israelis, and when they train the Israelis, part of the reason why they lost the contract is because the Filipinos like to shoot walls. But you can't shoot through walls in Israel because they're all stone, right? So this is important because of this. The whole way home now I'm dead tired, heading back to my hotel. It's a super duper long ride. And they're listening to the news about the riot, and it's all in Tagalog, the Filipino language. I have no idea what they're saying, but I kind of can get by the mood. I've been here before, like it ain't good. And now I'm going back to my hotel room, which is in Makati, right where the protests were happening. And then I finally laid into my bed and I tried to fall asleep, and all I thought about the whole time was the Filipinos like to shoot through walls. I'm not safe. I'm not safe. And there it goes.
Nice. Okay, we got more comments.
That's a cool story, man. That's the kind of thing you get to do.
It is great. Great story. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Tony's asking, do you get a lot of people that belong to other organizations in the Brotherhood?
Why, it would seem as if maybe I fed Tony that question to ask me on purpose, because that is one heck of a question. Yeah, man, we don't care about organizations. We don't. Back in the day during the organization wars, I used to go to other seminars and I would wear my patch. I'd be like, yo, I'm BKKA, represent, yo, that's who I was, and then that fell apart, but then I realized that instead of worrying about organizations or who your instructor, I don't need to be your instructor. You want to come train with me, that's what I'm not your instructor. I just want to hang out and work out with you. So whatever organization you're a part of is fine. Join the Brotherhood too, man. We're just all about training and having fun.
Sheldon Harvey says, greetings to all. Just think, what would Ed Parker do?
I don't know, but whatever he decided, it would probably hurt.
Right. Sean Booth says, hey guys, how is it going?
What's up, Sean? My man, Brotherhood member. Good to see you. Good to see you, my man.
Todd Johnson says, your voice is B6.
I have no idea what that means, but if it's cool, you are correct, sir.
If it's not cool, you're not correct. Okay.
Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool. He's probably same age as my kid.
Okay, Chris says, I want to salute Mr. Meck and all the other instructors in the Brotherhood. I can only encourage anyone who's not already part of the Brotherhood to become a member. You will not regret it. Nice.
All right, we'll say he's 95% perfect. I'm okay with him being a Steelers fan. Salute, Chris. It's my buddy.
Nice. Tony has a question. Let's see. He says, how were the Brotherhood instructors picked?
Well, interesting story about that. So one day I was out there waxing Angelo and Sabura's car. And they were like, Dan, did you put the second coat on? And I was like, yes, Mr. Collado. Yes, Mr. Chan. And I did. And they're like, now, Dan, don't you, and it kind of struck up a relationship. And eventually I got promoted to studio sweeper, studio sweeper. And then they started to teach me short form 1, long form 1. And I got to be an instructor. It's a dream come true.
You're bad, man. You're just bad, man. Oh, that's a nice picture right there.
That's us in the home base.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Base. You got Dennis and Sandra on the left side from Germany. Great people. Dennis and Sandra, and then, you know, the four guys in the middle, and then the guy on the other side, that's Rich. He's one of my guys. My black, he and I came up in the same school.
Nice, nice. Let's see. We got some more.
Of course, that's the Pasadena school left of it there.
What about that one?
So that is the Worldwide Kenpo Karate Association National Demo Team. That's the WK National Demo Team. You know, so you got a lot of good martial artists on there. You know, Steve Arsenault, Mark Lawler. There's me and Brian Saul, Dan Donfro, Mike DeHaas, who just checked it. Arthur Ryan Thomas. Then you got Sabor down there, Jim Deary, John Durning, and Leslie Lichter. Steve Stewart. Steve Stewart and Jamie Seabrook. That guy's name was Julian. He's from Massachusetts. And then one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Tony Orty. And then that's Joe Palazzo up there next to Steve Arsenault. So, yeah, that's the WKK National Demo Team. A lot of good Kenpoists came out of that. A lot of Brotherhood instructors came out of that.
Nice. Nice. Let's see. We got some other pictures here. Oh, that's a nice one.
All right, so I'll tell you a story about that photo right there. So here I am teaching my Friday night class at my studio, and the phone rings, right? And I answer the phone, and I hear, "Hey, Meck there?" And yeah, this is Dan Meck. This is Mike Pick. And I thought it was Brian messing with me. I was like, "Shut up, Brian, I'm teaching." But something told me, you better believe it. And I'm like, well, hello, Mike Pick. I never spoke to the guy, never met the guy in my life. No idea why he's calling me. But Sean Kelly down in Florida told Mike Pick they were looking for Frank Trejo students on the East Coast because Brian Hawkins was doing the very first benefit at his studio for Frank Trejo when his health started to deteriorate, and they wanted to get some East Coast help. So they called me up. They called me up. So we went to that thing in California. Didn't tell Frank Trejo we were showing up, and Trejo walked in the door, took one look at Brian and I, and he just started crying, and we just started crying. Somebody started mocking me for crying. I like to headbutt that person, but we'll keep that to myself. This is 3 times I ever cried in my life, and that was one of the 3 times. But anyway, yeah. So the day, to see if I can get through this, the day that Trejo passed away, Brian and I were looking at that picture, and Brian just said, "Look how proud he is with us." And
Nice.
Hold on. Ready? Gotta tip it down. Okay, good. Yeah, and then that became my favorite pictures of all time because of the look of Trejo's face.
Nice picture. Nice.
That's a good shot.
Tony says, "I knew it."
Nah, that's not what it is, Tony. That's not what it is. Tony, I'll tell you in the background. I'll tell you. I'll text you when I'm off, Tony. But I can't say it over the internet.
Okay, let's see. We have a good question here. Sheldon Harvey says, "How would one join the Brotherhood? I haven't trained in many years, but I would like to resume training."
Well, excellent question. Thank you very much. You have to do is go to hold on. I do this on my show every month, so let's do it. Here we go. So if you'd like a little more information about the Kenpo Brotherhood, just go to brotherhoodkenpo.com. You can scroll down. You can read about us, learn about us. You can scroll down to the Join Here button. Click on PayPal. Right? I'll get the notification right to my phone. I will send you a message. You can Facebook friend request me, and part of being a member of the Brotherhood, you can go over. We have close to 400 videos on there. Yeah, there's brotherhoodkenpo.com. You can get the merch too, or you can join. But yeah, we have a members only page. The members only page, if you haven't trained, you'll love this because there's, like I said, there's like close to 400 videos on there. And Monty just did a video a couple days ago on Grip of Death. We're always adding more, So in addition to that, you're going to get your membership packet with your welcome letter and your patch and your ID card that is laminated because we're a professional crew. But just go to brotherhoodkenpo.com. Brotherhoodkenpo.com. Or hit me up on Facebook. Facebook.com/Dan Meck.
Okay, so There is the info.
You think I need to update my cover photo? It's still Christmas. It's still Christmas. I'm that guy.
I think it looks good, though.
Thank you.
Kim says, Dan, it is okay to cry, buddy. It shows you care.
3 times I cried. 3 times I cried. Ever.
Wow.
One was the day Frank Trejo died. One was the day the doctor smacked me. And then after the doctor smacked me, I smacked him back and my mom grounded me. That's the 3rd time I cried.
Maestro Jose Coelho, saludos.
Saludos. I think Angelo's referring to my favorite Kia because he knows how much I like golf.
Oh, there you go. Money says, great show. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Munis. Munis, we got to get together, my man. Munis is like my favorite person that I've never met. He's got the most awesome brother in the world, so he's got to be awesome too. We got to hook up sometime, Munis.
Okay, nice. Thank you for saying hello, sir. Okay, so we only have like 3-4 minutes left. So is there anything you would like to share with the people watching? If somebody wants to contact you, we already mentioned that, but anything you want to talk about, contacting you, seminars, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So first off, we have the Kenpo Brotherhood Roundtable, which is, we do it on Zoom the first Saturday of every month. And the format there is we have our 10 instructors. There's myself, Sabora, Dan Donfro, Mark Lawler, Brian Saul, Angelo. Did I say Steve Stewart? Lorenzo, Michael Miller, Monty Newar, and Angelo. Did I say Angelo? There's 10 of us. There's 10 of us, right? And on top of that, we have cool guests that we do. So we have 12 presenters. Each gets 5 minutes to do a technique. Last week actually was Grip of Death. So you can find them all on Facebook, and then they're going to be on the Brotherhood YouTube soon. So you can find all the old ones. But if you're interested, the next one coming up will be the first Saturday in June. And who are the 2 guests for? Oh, I know who the guests are. I'm not going to tell you who they are. Oh, I'll tell you this. One of the guests is from your country, Mr. Soto.
Oh,
so
nice.
I will tease this. We have a gentleman from Mexico coming.
Nice.
A gentleman from Mexico coming on next month, and none of our presenters next month are American. So we didn't announce it yet. So keep that. And then June 12th at Sabora's. We're going to do a hybrid event. We're going to be in person. I go for my vaccination number 2 tomorrow. So wish me luck. I go for vaccination number 2 tomorrow. And June 12th at Sabora's, we're going to do one. It's going to be an in-person and online. Me, Sabora, and Angelo. So that's going to be an awesome one. And then, what is it? August 13th and 14th and 15th at the Internationals in Long Beach. Brotherhood's going to be doing a seminar and a dinner, Friday Night Line, that whole bit there. Some more information on that coming up. That's going to be in Long Beach in August. So put it on your calendar. It's going to be a blast. That's about all we got for now. I think that's it. If you want to reach me, you can just hit me up on Facebook. I'm facebook.com/Meck. I always got me right here, so I can get back to you pretty quick. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for having me. I said it a couple weeks ago, and I said it again. I'm really, really excited to get to know and spend some time with the star of El Negocio. That's like a highlight of mine. It was a good movie, So thank you for that.
Well, the start of El Negocio.
Do you know why I don't have that? You know why I don't have that DVD? Here's why I don't have that DVD. Because I lent it out to somebody and they didn't return it. I want it back. I do Escape from Death the way Tim does it in that movie. I saw that timing. I was like, why don't I do it that way? And I've been doing it ever since. So part of my curriculum comes from a movie you were in, my man.
Well, I can say one thing. We had a great time filming that. It was amazing. So I'm very happy I was a part of that project.
Looks like fun, and I admired you because that looked like your role was a role. I was like, I could play that role. I'm coming for you, Soto. I'm coming for you. El Negocio too. I'm pushing for it. I'm pushing for it.
Okay, before we go, we have some more people saying hello here. Sheldon Harvey says, thank you very much, Mr. Meck.
Thank you. Yeah, hit me up.
Chris.
I'm the one who handles all that. I'll be the one taking care of it. I say I really mean my wife, but I do the communications.
Nice. Chris says, another great show. A big thanks to the both of you. Thank you, sir.
My man.
Tony says, great job, guys. Thank you.
Glad to know you're with me, Tony.
Michael says, great show, my friends. LMB, baby.
If you come to the seminars, I'll tell you what it is, but I'm not going to say it over the internet.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for this. This was amazing. Yes, this was really fun. Thank you for sharing all, your stories and insights. I know an hour is short, but it's nice and sweet. So if people want to know more, they should go to one of your seminars, join the Brotherhood. I think it's a great initiative you guys have there, a great thing going on, a lot of, very talented Kenpoists. And I hope that once this thing, the traveling things goes, we can continue to do so. I might go to one of your events and visit you guys because it really looks interesting and amazing. So congratulations, my friend.
Yeah, man. I'd love to shake your hand in person.
Okay. So Creature says, salute, hope to see you in Maryland, Laura.
On May the 4th, she's going as Creature.
That's right.
Much love.
Patrick Kennedy, Maestro, hi from Maryland. Thank you, sir. Okay, so thank you. Thank you, everybody that watched. Thank you, everybody that was watching today. This was great. Thank you so much. And of course, may the 4th be with you. Yes, sir. Indeed. Okay, well, thank you, my man. This was amazing. I hope to invite you back one day to this show and continue to have this conversation. So Creature says, my son hijacked my YouTube account. That was nice. Okay. Well, you take care, my friend. Everybody,
give it back, Sam. I know her son. I know one of her sons. Give it back, Sam.
You guys have a great rest of the day. Take care and see you soon. Thank you, my man.